friends, Romans, and vinyl collectors. Here for vinyl update. Uh, yeah. So it's about that time. It's been about that long. So I've got some stuff to, you know, present. Starting off here with some odds and ends as I usually do. I picked up this book. It's an Edgar Rice Burroughs Escape on Venus. The reason I picked this up is I used to own this book a long time ago, and this is one of the first books that I actually read that was not a picture book. And what I really liked about it was how descriptive the characters and the scenery and, everything was very detailed. And I seen that book, and I don't know what I did with it originally, but I seen it and it's like, oh my God, that's a book. I mean, they have a bunch of other ones of his, but this is the one that I actually own, so I had to pick it up. And then this one, I had some of these as a kid, but I didn't have this one. I had some of these specific books, but not this specific book. Does that make sense? Mads Al Jaffe spews out snappy answers to stupid questions. And these are sort of like the here's your sign thing that Bill Engvall did years and years and years and years later. But, they give like here on the front, he'll ask a question. Someone will ask a question, and then they give like these answers here that's supposed to be pretty much hilarious. And they are. But it's just that, all the way through. So I seen that, and it's like, yep, gotta have it. There was another one I used to have. It was Al Jaffe's Mad Inventions or something like that, and it's just so great. Which I have. I think I still have that one somewhere. And then I picked this movie up, which I've been looking for forever. I posted this on my Instagram. Love at First Bite with George Hamilton. I don't think I've seen this since the very first time I seen it, which was on HBO back in the 80s, I guess. Not sure. This came out in 79, so yeah. That was a pretty good find for 99 cents. And then I bought Beastie Boys, License to Ill. I had a burnt copy of this, which I also put on my DVD, or on my iPod. But I didn't have the actual CD. I still don't have it on vinyl. I've seen it a few times and just passed it up. But yeah, this is the ultimate Beastie Boys album. It has Fight for Your Right to Party, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, all that. Here's a CD that my girlfriend bought me a while back. Barry Gibb and Barbra Streisand, dual disc. This one's called Guilty Pleasures. And if you're not familiar with dual disc, I have a couple of other ones. I think I have a Judas Priest one. One side is audio, and the other side is, I think, one side's a DVD and the other side is a CD. So those, I don't know, I don't think they make those anymore. They were sort of short-lived. But anywho. Then this I picked up a while back at a thrift store, of all places. And I didn't actually have enough money to get everything that I had. And I was going to put this back. And the girl that was ringing me up, she goes, You're going to put that back? Don't put that back. And then Kat was with me, and she goes, I'll give you the money. Just don't put that back. It's the Cure trilogy DVD. And I didn't want to put it back, but, you don't have enough money, you don't have enough money. This is Pornography, Disintegration, and Blood Flowers, live in Berlin. And I'd seen this when it first came out years ago, and for some reason never bought it, never had it. But, glad I got it, and thanks, Kat, for giving me some money to get this. I don't know what the difference is, and this one's written in Spanish here. But anyway, it's The Cure. And then Kat bought me this too a while back, as well as that Barbra Streisand DVD at the same time. The History of Rock and Roll. This is My Generation and Plugging In, which is volume, I'm not sure what volume it is. Anyway, this was a whole set of DVDs. And I don't have these. I have seen these as the whole set, but I don't know why I never bought them. Um, so yeah, 130 minutes, color in black and white. And then on to the vinyl. Let me get off my legs here because they're falling asleep. Ugh. Oh yeah. Anyway, this one's sort of out of the ordinary compared to the other ones. I mean, all my records are out of the ordinary, but I mean, Eddie Murphy, comedian. Um, you just don't see stuff like this very often, especially at thrift stores. It needs cleaned. It's quite dirty there, but this was an HBO special originally when I seen it. Uh, and I remember the kids at school was, this was in probably 83. Yeah, 83. So kids in school was quoting it, you know, and stuff, because I didn't see it probably in 83 when it came out. When it was on HBO, it was probably 86 or 87, probably 86, 85, 86. But, you know, he does impressions of Mr. T on here, and also of Michael Jackson and Ed Norton from the Honeymooners. But, yeah, Eddie Murphy. That's pretty filthy and hilarious. And then on to the usual weird stuff, and my alarm just went off. Got a pizza in the oven. Ralph and Annie Stacy, the country's revelators, sing "Jesus is a Soul Man." And nice go-go boots there, and pink cover. And you know, I buy these records all the time because I have to. This is on Irma Records, International Rural Music of America. So yeah, Muddy Sea of Sin. Jesus is a Soul Man, and it shows a label. It's a bright yellow label on a pink record, pink sleeve. So the Lacey family sings "I'm a Child of the King." This cover is actually better than that one. It's just great. I just love those covers, and it's pretty generic, which is always good. And this is on Morning Sun Records. It's got a little Jesus picture holding his hands out. So yeah, this was done in Dayton, Ohio, so on 3rd Street, which is not far from here. Well, it's a little drive. And then this I had on cassette years and years ago, and somehow I managed to burn the audio onto a CD, which ended up on my iPod anyway. Conway Twitty, "Cling to a Saving Hand, Steal Away." I don't know, that's sort of a dumb name for an album. It's almost like 2 names. But this is actually really good. I mean, I like Conway Twitty anyway, so you know, he could probably sing Phone Book and I'd like it. But he does "Jesus is a Soul Man" on here too, which his version is the best one I've heard. "Who Will Pray for Me," that's a good song. "Supper Time," "Clinging to a Saving Hand." This came out in 1973, so good old Conway Twitty. It's on MCA Records. And this one here was sort of cool. "Brass, Ivory, and Strings," Henry Mancini and Doc Severinsen. And then you got Henry Mancini by himself there with, open it up, there's Doc. And then the record on the inside here, it's on RCA, but I don't know how to pronounce that. But Henry Mancini is something I've always liked. I've always bought Henry Mancini records, and Doc Severinsen too, for that matter. I'll show the back. But here lately, I've been on this easy listening kick, I suppose, and I just want to get every Henry Mancini record there is, which I already have probably I don't know, probably 10 or 12, I'm guessing. But Little Steve sings "Big," and he's in the blue suit. I'm sure that's Little Steve. Gospel music at its best. Crippled Boy's Prayer. They'll Be Shouting, and The Wrong Side of Me. This was done in Waco, Texas. And it's on Canaan Records, and it's really dirty. But yeah. Barbara Mandrell, Love's Ups and Downs. I just bought it for the cover. I mean, I like Barbara Mandrell. There's no songs in here that that stands out that was like singles in the 80s, because I think this was in 77. Um, but I just love the pictures of it on it, and it's on Dot Records. And straighten this up here. Okay. The Fantastic Strings of Felix Slatkin, the Magnificent. That's an awesome album cover there. I have one other one like this. Actually, I have two other ones. There's another one there that's similar. They open like this. It has like the picture behind it, and I'm behind it like that. See, but has Unchained Melody on it, and that's really and Last Date. Those are really the two songs that Never on Sunday. I know that song, but yeah, that'll be a good one. I mean, just by the looks of it, it's on Liberty. The Magic Beat, Unique Rhythms of Richard Marino and his Orchestra. Pretty cool. This is also like one of those flip jobs. Yeah, it's got the metronome on the back. Is that what that's called? Metronome. This has Fever on it, Baghdad Express, Hot Sombrero, The Trolley Song, Rots of Ruck. Okay then. So yeah, that ought to be good. This is also on Liberty, so these probably came from the same collection. That's got a gold label on it. And then this one, The Holy Sacrifice of the Mass, chanted from, does that say Rosa? No, chanted form. Chanted form. I don't know what that means exactly. But anyway, there it is. See this here, it chanted from and whatever that says there. Can't make that out. And here's the back. And I would have bought this anyway, but then it's one of these records that's red vinyl, if you can see that. And it's really dirty. All these records need cleaned. I need to really sit down here and clean this whole stack. I didn't even look and see. It's Gregorian chants is what it is. So, Cum Jubileo. Ray Conniff and Billy Butterfield, just kidding around. I actually never had this record. I don't know if I've ever seen it or not, really. You know, I always buy Ray Conniff, of course. But this one sort of was eluding me somehow. It's on Columbia. And it has these little rinky-dink sleeves. I hate those. I've said this before, but I would really like to just replace all my sleeves. But, I mean, I'd have to just quit buying records completely just so I could buy, you know, the inner sleeves for them. And this Ray Conniff sort of looks familiar. I might have it, I might not. Plays the Bee Gees and other great hits. This was a later one. This one came out in 78. But, you know, I'm not going to take a chance that I don't have it. And not to mention, you know, I mean, Ray Conniff turns up a lot, but this one you don't see as much as some of the earlier ones. I just want to be your everything, just the way you are. You light up my life. How deep is your love? How can you mend a broken heart? Night Fever, Staying Alive. It's worth it just for all those songs. I mean, and I didn't read all the songs, but so there you go. There you have it, and there it is, and there it goes. Vinyl update. Here and gone. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Thanks for subscribing. Keep watching. I might make another video. I haven't decided. I do have a lot more stuff that's been building up to show. If you've noticed, if you watch my channel regularly, I post a video at least once a week, sometimes more than once a week. I was posting at least 2 videos a week. I have cut that down a little bit to 1 video a week. The reason I did that was because I was running out of stuff to show. I mean, granted, I have tons of records that I've probably never shown on this channel. And on my old channel, I showed a lot that I haven't shown on this channel, but there's still gobs and gobs that I haven't showed. But the reason that I haven't started showing all of the stuff that's already in my collection is because, I mean, for the most part, I haven't, is because I don't know where to start. Because you've heard me say before, none of this stuff is in any kind of order as far as alphabetical or category, genre, whatever. So until I get everything organized the way it needs to be, then I can start pulling records based on a theme or a genre or whatever. But until then, all my videos, for the most part, will be just like stuff that I've recently found at thrift stores or record stores or, you know, stuff I've recently bought. So thanks for watching once again, and I'm done babbling after all that. And keep watching. You might see more, unless you're not watching, then you probably would see less.